Google defines the word amateur as a person who engages in a pursuit, especially a sport, on an unpaid rather than professional basis.
Wow.
G'day all, this is my new YouTube series, The Amateur Tennis Life, where I'll be sharing a different part of my life, learning about tennis currently as a 34-year-old adult, and documenting my journey as an amateur tennis player, tennis enthusiast, and tennis fan. So, what can you expect to receive if you subscribe? Vlogs of my tennis lessons, my tennis matches, local tournaments that I'll be competing in, visits and trips to events like the Australian Open, equipment and tennis gear reviews, technique tips that I will be learning as I go, the highlights, the lowlights, and all with the goal of unearthing the reality of this process and progress. Now, most of my public personal brand to date has nothing to do with tennis. So the amateur tennis life is totally new. My brand to date has been centered around my life as a multidisciplinary designer, currently with over 15 years in the industry, from graphic design to branding to digital design to customer experience design and service design. And my endeavors as a podcaster, two-time author, speaker, and now more than ever, a decision-making coach and advisor to businesses and entrepreneurs. So there'll be continual videos on my channel about that too. Helping people get unstuck lightning fast and guiding people to their desired outcomes through human-centered design, creative strategy, and empowered decision-making is the professional side of my life. Some of the people I've been fortunate enough to interview and collaborate with include Kelly Slater, Naomi Simpson, Janine Alice, Reynold Pinomo, Chase Jarvis, Stephanie Rice, Prince Ia, Debbie Millman, and many more. You can search the Giant Thinkers podcast on iTunes, Spotify, or your preferred podcast app to dive into that content. It's interesting because although I didn't have many things growing up, or extravagant meals or grand trips as a child, I've been so fortunate to have been raised by such loving parents, surrounded by resilient, kind-hearted, optimistic, giant thinking family members and relatives, migrating to Australia when I was only a 1-year-old baby from the Philippines. Life for me could have been very, very different. So if you're still watching this, thank you so much. I invite you to subscribe to this channel if you feel that it sounds of value to you. My hope is for us to connect meaningfully on these topics, on these reflections and thoughts around business, design, process, and tennis.